Hey, good morning. Welcome to
Family Math number 28.
Slingshots. So today we're going to talk about slingshots. What we're going to try to figure out is how high up do things go when we fire them out of the slingshot. You excited for that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's a fun equation. When you drop an object from a height d, so you just drop it and it falls and splats on the ground. This is d. Mm-hmm. How long that takes is about 16 t squared, where t is the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if t equals 1, do you know what 1 squared is?
1 squared?
Yeah, 1 times 1 is?
Is 1.
1. So if it takes 1 second to fall, that's about 16 times 1 feet. What is 16 times 1?
1 is 16.
Yeah. So if it takes 1 second to fall, it takes about that falls about 16 feet. What if it takes 2 seconds to fall? What's 2 times 2, or 2 squared?
4 is 4.
Right, so 16 times 4, do you know what 16 times 4 is?
16 times 4.
I'll just tell you, it's 64 feet. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if it takes 2 seconds to fall, it's 64 feet about. Whoa. Okay? So now what we're going to do with a slingshot is we're going to fire something up, and then it's going to fall back down. And we're going to measure that time. Okay? And the amount of time, it takes the same amount of time to go up as it does to go down. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take our time, we're going to divide it by 2. We're going to measure the time. Step 2, time divided by 2.
Time divided by 2.
Okay. And then we're going to do 16 times time divided by 2 squared, and then that's how we're going to figure out. Okay, so that's kind of some fun math. Mm-hmm. You ready to measure the time, divide it by 2, and then do 16t squared to figure out how high up it went?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Yes. Okay, here we go. Outside, we're going to fire some tomatoes up as high as we can, and we're going to measure how long it takes. Okay, tell me when you're ready. You ready to fire?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, fire. Whoa, good shot. Oh, shoot, it landed on the roof. Rats. Okay? So see if you can fire it more, just straight up and down. That was a good one, though. I can't believe how well you did that. Okay, straight up, straight up. 3, 2, 1, fire. 2, 1. Oh, no, that one landed on the roof, too. Okay, that's all right. Third tomato try. Get it to go straight up.
Like this?
Like straight up. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. 1. Perfect, perfect, perfect. 2.7 seconds. Awesome. Okay, that's your number. 2.7. Can you remember that?
Yep.
All right, 2.7. Good job. Okay, and here's our second tomato contestant. So here. Put it in your slingshot and fire it when I say go. You ready? Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Fire straight. Oop, all right, now I lost. 3, 2, 1, fire. 2, 1. Oh shoot, that landed on the roof. We're having some roof problems. Okay. Try your second one. Okay. Maybe don't fire quite as high. Straight up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 1. Perfect. 2.6. Okay. And then one more. Your brother's number was 2.7, so we're gonna.
I got 2.6.
You're at 2.6. Okay, ready? 3, straight up, straight up. 3, 2, 1, fire. 2. Okay, 1.8. Actually, that's good. Then we have two totally different numbers. We have 2.7 and 1.8. Good job. Okay, back in the room here. Here, let's scoot over by the wall. Okay, so first, here's what we had to do. We had to take our time. First time was 2.7, and we have to then divide it by 2. Does anybody know what 2.7 divided by 2 is?
Hmm.
Does anybody know?
2. Hmm. Not right away.
Okay, well, what's 2 divided by 2?
2 divided by 2 is 1.
And what's 0.7 divided by 2?
0.7 divided by 2 is 0.35.
Okay, so 2.7 divided by 2 is?
1.35.
1.35. Now we have to compute 16 times 1.35 squared. Now that's not super easy to do, so I'm just going to do 1.35 squared, which is 1.8 about. I should say about 16 times 1.8. Now, what's 16 times 1?
16.
What's 16 times 2?
Is 32.
Yeah, so this should be between 16 and 32. So this is about 29. Okay, so by our formula, when it took 2.7 seconds to go up and down, yours went up about 29 feet. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, now what was your number? Switch chairs, please. What was your number?
Mine, I think it was 1.6.
Is it 1.6 or was it 1.8?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
It was 1.8.
1.8? Okay, well what's 1.8 divided by 2?
Well, 1 divided by 2 is a half, and so it's 0.54. It's 0.9.
0.9, very good. And you know what 0.9 squared is.
It's 8.1.
What is it? 0.9 squared?
It's 0.81.
0.81, very good. So we have to figure out what 16 times 0.81 is. And again, that's not super easy to do, but you know it's going to be a little bit less than what?
It's going to be a little bit less than 16.
Right, and it turns out to be about 13. Okay, so yours, hopefully the time was 1.8. I think it was. I can't remember if it was 1.8 or 1.6, but if it was 1.8, yours went about 13 feet high. And if it was 1.6, you want to figure out what that would be? What's 1.6 divided by 2?
1.6 divided by 2 is...
Right. 1.6 divided by 2 is?
Is 0.8.
8, right, 0.8. What's 0.8 squared?
0.8 squared is 6.4. That's 0.64.
Right, so we have to do 16 times 0.64. Okay, and we know that's going to be between what two numbers?
Well, that's...
It's a little bit more than what?
And 16 times a half.
It's a little bit more than 16 times a half, which is 8.
And it's going to be less than 16.
Yeah, so it's between 8 and 16. In fact, it's about 10. Okay, so if your time was 1.6, that means yours went about 10 feet high. And if your time was 1.8, then it was about 13 feet high. That's pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
So there's a fun family math. So we can figure out using math, when you fire something out of a slingshot, we can figure out how high it goes just by using some fun little math formulas. That's a neat thing to do with math, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good job, guys.